welcome back to the channel. Fubar here. And before we start, I want to give a shout out to everyone in PDA for having me. As you can see, they're all swarming my base right now, just so they could be in the video. We have a little graphic glitch here on King Scully's unit, but that's okay. So we're going to be talking about today the top 3 base defense setups you can run currently today within Warpath. So here's the first one. And now off to the side, you're going to see a list of the buffs you're going to get. This is actually a remodified version of my prior setups that it was absolutely brutal, but we had some new officers come into play, so we had to adjust that. Now I'm going to give you a basic rundown. So we got the base shield going. We also have a 70% officer skill damage reduction, a 10% damage reduction on Thorn Countess for normal attacks. And then we have the 30% base damage resist buff from Vox. When Stinger Fist is awakened, you also have a 10% base damage resist as well. And we're also going to skill share Golden Eagle's 4th skill, which also provides a 10% base damage resist buff. So that means a 50% base damage resist buff. We're also getting a officer skill prep reduction of, I believe, half a second on Vox for all officers in the troop. This is meant, and this right here is the core buffs of this layout right here. We have massive amounts of AoE damage being dished out between Argent Flame, Stinger Fist, Maestro, and Red Heat. For our anti-infantry, we have Future and Eye on one unit. Now, this setup, you're meant to have a second unit right here that would be a tank, and that's why this is here. And right now, Maestro and Red Heat would be on the ATG. So that way you have your ATG covered for the SHs and MBTs, and you will have infantry covered. Here is the second setup of the base defense setups. This is what I would call the middle ground one, where we have removed Steel Fighter from the mix. Everything else has pretty much stayed the same, but now because Steel Fighter's gone, we could put Golden Eagle right into the mix and still skill share if we wish to for that 50% buff. And we're only losing 30% officer skill damage reduction. And now we can also increase our damage percentile by approximately the same amount. So that is what is amazing about this setup right here. This is the first setup. This is going to be in credit to More Scopes. He was the one that did a recent testing on whether or not Thorn Countess is still viable. Now, with this being said, this is no base shield. This is 70% officer skill damage reduction with 50% base damage resist. This is when you're in the higher echelon tiers where you have a high fortified walls, like level 200 fortified walls, where at that point each wall contributes 32% base damage resist, and you also have high research that's going to increase your base HP, your damage resist, and so on and so forth. So this is pretty much a copy paste there, and each one has their own situations. So this one I would recommend from gold 3 to legendary. BD2 right here, I would recommend. Yes, I did not fill out the skill tabs, but BD2 I would recommend for gold 3, silver 1, and BD3 I would recommend for when you need the absolute most base defense and you're just trying to just hold the line and you're active throughout this. All right, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. This is Fubar. I got your 6. Peace.